Now it comes standard 2 remotes or fobs and a remote start. To use your remote start, all you have to do is hit the lock button, hold down the little circle button right here. You see the light's going to flash. It starts right up. Lights will flash again to give you a visual confirmation. Hey, I'm on, I'm running. Now the remote start will actually run in 10-minute intervals. So let's say 10 minutes have passed, it will automatically turn off. If I need a little more time, let's say 8 minutes have passed, I need a little more time for socks, and shoes. Can't find them because I misplaced those. All you have to do to extend that is hit the lock, hold down the circle button right down here, and it extends it 10 minutes from that point. So if you play your cards correctly, you can have a grand total of 20 minutes. You cannot do this a third time, only twice, okay? So there we go. To turn it off, you just hold down the circle button, or you can let the timer run out. Now we'll get down here to see the front grille. We're going to talk about the safety features, pretty much his middle name. You have all of your Honda sensing features standard. I'm talking about your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, your forward collision, road departure, traffic sign is going to be in there, cross traffic monitoring system, a lot of cool goodies in here to ramble off. Now we're also going to have a 3.5 V6 right in here with a 10-speed automatic transmission, so that's going to be pretty nice. I'm going to throw horsepower and torque up there so you know what you're playing around with. Now we're going to have LED lights all the way around. That means your daytime running lights, your headlights, your fog lights, and then your tail lights, all LED. So from 24 to 25, they did a little cosmetic refresh, pretty much along the bumpers. So you squared them off a little more aggressive stance. The grille work has been redone. As you notice, there's no chrome action on the EXL. It's going to be a nice black finish. We're going to have an acoustic windshield. Just makes it a little more quieter ride as you're out there on the highway. We'll come right down here to the 18-inch alloyed rims for the EXL. Higher trim levels will have 19-inch. We're going to take a step back here so we can see a side profile of the vehicle. But also, I'm going to throw some exterior measurements up there so you can see how it compares to other vehicles out there in the market. But most importantly, will it fit in your garage? Let us know down below in the comments. Now you can see we have body colored handles. We have a little bit of chrome action on the bottom half right below the windows, rear tinted windows, a body colored side mirror with a turn-in indicator within that side mirror. Now the side mirror is going to be a breakaway. So what that means, if you accidentally bumped it, or if you need to fold it in, you just come out here and push it in. You can push it and pull it in and out. Pretty nice and easy. We're gonna have smart entry system with a walk-away auto lock feature. So let's say we have your key fob, the car's all locked up. You walk up, put your hand in the handle, and it unlocks the door. As long as you have the key fob with you, you can simply keep this in your purse, your pocket, your jacket. You got a little button action right here. Tap that button. As long as you have the key fob, it locks all the doors automatically for you. Or you can simply have your key fob with you and your walk-away auto lock feature enabled. So let's say I shut off the car. I shut the door, I walk away with the key fob, I get 10 feet away, boom, it locks all the doors. I never have to second guess myself again. Did I lock my doors? Did I not? I had no clue. Now I know it's locked. You cannot accidentally lock your keys in the vehicle. So let's say, whoops, you dropped it in there, fell out of your pocket, you hit the lock button because, it's a force of habit. The car's like, wait a minute, a key's in the car, the door's open, you hit the lock button here, Christopher, you shut the door, this is an accident. So it automatically unlocks the door right there. Now, I do have a video that's going to show you guys how to purposely lock a key fob in the car. If you want to, check that video out. Now, let's say, for example, you're out and about, there's two of you with a key fob. Let's say, for example, my wife, she loves to carry around this giant body bag. I mean, a purse, okay? She has her key fob with her. She leaves it in the car because she don't want to take it in with her. I get it. Thing's heavy, right? So she has a key fob in there. I have my key fob. So what do? I shut the door. Her key fob's in there. I take my key fob out of my pocket. I hit the lock button, and the car registers, hey, you are purposely locking your key in the car. That's how you do it with two keys, okay? So now when the car is unlocked, you can pop open your gas door. Pops right open. Capless gas tank is a simple slide and go. Close it, hit the lock button, it's all locked up. No one can get in there. If you guys are picking up the wind, I do apologize. I can't hide from it today, okay? So please bear with me. Now, as we step here towards the back, once again, we have LED taillights. Just makes a bold statement for safety, of course. Badge of honor down there, Odyssey. And we're going to have a multi-angle rear camera. We'll talk more about that on the inside. Nice little black trim. And once again, from 25, they kind of squared off those bumpers. It looks nice, a little more grounded, you know, cosmetic stuff. It's always nice. Of course, we have a powered lift gate. You can use it right here on the key fob. Or, you see there's a couple buttons right here. You got a big button right there. Tap that, will open and close it. And you got this little button. So you're probably, hey, what is that little button? Well, you probably recall us talking about this little button right here, right? So let's imagine I don't have my walk-away auto lock feature enabled. You know, some people don't like to have it, and that's fine. Kids are all done. This is the last stop. I'm getting supplies out. I don't want to dig my key fob out of my pocket, right? I want to keep that in there. So when this is shut, key fob's with me. I hit this button. You guys guessed it. Boom, it locks all the doors, including the tailgate. That is correct. Now, you have a button right here to close that tailgate if you wanted to. And it's also height adjustable. So let's imagine you're parked in the garage and you got some shelving right above the vehicle, maybe right underneath the tree, and there's a branch that always gets pretty close. It's going to hit that tailgate. So you don't want to open it up to that, right? Every single time. You can adjust where you want this. Click and hold. There's the double beep. Now it's going to open to that setting every single time. You need to redo it. Not a problem. Adjust as you see fit. Hold. Wait for the double beep. Double beep done. Here we are. Right back here in the nice deep cargo well. So we got carpet mats come standard. I do have a cargo tray in here so you can see how it kind of is a nice laser cut tight fit. This is a great option that does not come with the vehicle, but a lot of people get it here in the Midwest because the supplies and stuff you put in there. If anything happens, it's going to be easy for a cleanup. Okay, we have a nice little well right over here off to the side. Now within that, this pops right open to an emergency funnel if you ever need one, because some people have gas cans out there without that has a collapsible nozzle. So if you put that in there, it gets stuck in that capless tank. We're gonna have a 12-volt plug-in. A nice little well off to the side, and then another one. This right here just for the fuse box. Quick and easy to pull in and out. As you can see, I can do that one-handed. This is going to be just for a cargo net. If you want to get a little more crazy with accessorizing your vehicle, you have plenty of options out there. Now, how to fold these down is going to be quick and easy. You just grab, yank. Well, let's undo the seatbelt first. One of my pet peeves. Just like that. So that's how the seats come down. Now, those will come out, okay? But you see that little track right there? Because you have the magic slide seats. That part will not come out. So just giving you guys a heads up. This will fully come out too as well. So when you take these out, they're going to be kind of nice and heavy. So just plan accordingly if you're going to put some heavy items on that track. Now to fold this up is quick and easy. Just like that. And then just like that. Now, one cool little bonus tip. I'm out there doing some tailgating. Check this out. Let's see if I can put this bad boy. Look at that. So I'm back over here now just relaxing. It can rain or whatever the case might be going on. I got a nice little, pretty cool little setup. Hold your weight. Then just fling it right back up. Now to adjust the recline, pretty nice and easy, straightforward. So yeah, it's a little extra time more than usual back here. Just kind of point out a couple cool things. Now as we're pointing out those cool things that I won't climb back here for, you can see you have a couple cup holders, adjustable vents, and then the same over there on that side. Then you're going to have a 12-volt plug-in right over there. Third seat belt if you need it. A little dome light. So it's all the way over, so it's off. If I put this in the center, when the doors open, this turns on, or I can turn it on. Now we're going to walk over here in the wind and then open up the power sliding doors. We actually have access to those on the key. on the fob. Pretty cool. Or just pull the handle, open and close. Now, if you want to turn off the power sliding doors, you come right over here. So you have the on and off switch. There we go. Now they're off, so there won't be power sliding doors. I'll probably talk about that again here soon. So I forget that I already talked about it. Now, your question might be is, hey, how do I access the third row seat? That's not a problem. You got this right here, slides it forward. Now you can get back there. We do have Honda all-season mats in here. They don't come standard, but once again, we wanted you guys to see how nice laser cut that is. Once again, in Iowa, people do all-season mats, splash guards usually, okay? Now, these seats do fold down pretty nice and easy. Just like that. Now, to actually take these off, I can't do this one-handed, but you'll pull this, and then you go to the back side, and you pull it up. Just like that, as you guys can see. Then you can pull this out. So that's how you do that. And that's what I was talking about earlier, how that track will stay right back down, okay? So now you know how to get the seats out. We're gonna have a courtesy pocket right here on the second row seat for the third row seat. That's gonna be nice. You can fold these right back up, just like that. Armrest, check, and check. Same right over there. You can slide these forward and back with a squeeze bar right here to go forward and back. So you can adjust for everyone. As we jump right in here, got this little hook. Once again, I can't do this one-handed, but there we go. That folds right up, okay? Now, if you guys have car seats, you got little anchors right over here. These are gonna be right in there. So if you wanna put a car seat in the middle, you can. And I'm in a weird position to put that back in one-handed. Nope, I got it. Okay. Now the third seat belt for the middle is going to be right up here. Climate control. That's going to be on the passenger side in the center right there so they can play around with it. Argue. Fight about it. And now we're going to have a courtesy pocket. Courtesy pocket. You can never have enough cargo space or storage in a family vehicle. You got your sliding doors. Vents are right over here. Now also within the doors, I can block out the sun a little bit. Make it a little easier for the napping. I can play on my tablet. Power windows. So when you down, it won't be venting. And then this is a little hard to see. Well, because I have the lights off. But you have a cup holder and a little bit of tray. There we go. Right over there. We're going to open up the door here quick. Before we dive in too far, I forgot to throw some interior measurements up there so you guys see how much room's in there for your friends, pet, cargo, whoever's brave enough to tag along with you guys. You can say challenge accepted, jump in, and let's go. Now we're over here at the driver's side door. We're going to take a moment to look at this here for you guys. Nice leather. We have 2 seat memories, so that's going to be great when you walk in with key 1 and key 2. It will set to your seat. You got your mirror selector between left and right. So you pretty much, if you want to select the left, you know, you guys get the point, go to the left. Now we have your power windows, your power locks right here, your power windows right down over here. And then of course you got your window lock button. So if you have any young whippersnappers back here playing around with the windows, or maybe a misbehaved husband, we do that quite a bit. You can lock them out so everyone can suffer from playing around with the windows. Now we got a tray action down below, a cubby space a little more down there. Then we're also gonna have blind spot information system. So that's going to be this little square right there for you guys. So let's imagine you're driving down the road, right? City, highway, whatever the case is. Here we are, car in your blind spot. That little square is going to light up. Then when you have your turn indicator on while someone's in your blind spot, that's going to flash, nice bright orange. Then also is going to beep at you. I actually have a video out later on that's going to show you how to customize all of your vehicle settings. You can choose, do you want all the beeps, none of the beeps, stuff like that. So Honda does a good job allowing you to customize your Honda Symptom features. Good job, Honda. Now we'll come right over here. We're going to have power seats. You got forward and back. You got your up and down. Then you get a little tilt action here on the front half of the seat. Recline, then you got your lumbar support. You say, what about the passenger? let's take a breather and walk over there and take a quick look. All right, so here we are, passenger. Guess what? You got your forward, you got your back, you got your recline, then you got lumbar support right over here too as well. You do not get to go up and down, but the other option. So lumbar is kind of nice. All right, of course we got pedals to get A to B. Hood release is right here. What I'm going to do is pop the hood and show you guys some of those common courtesy little items that you can do on your own. Now, when you guys pop the hood, your hood release is going to be in the center. So put your hand right in the center and then slide it forward. You'll find the release. It'll be quick and easy, all right? Now, the little details you may do on your own. Washer fluid's a nice blue cap, easy to find. Same with the dipstick. It's a bright orange, so at nighttime, you like, there it is. Oil cap. Brake fluid. We're going to have your battery connection. It's going to be right underneath the intake right there. So it's not the easiest thing, but also not the worst thing to get to. Fuse box, if you ever need it, there we are. So now if you have more of those advanced questions, feel free to contact your local Honda service center. I'm sure your service advisors or your technicians will be glad to answer any questions. But for those that have the capabilities to work on their own car, let's do one more time look over just for you. There it is. Let's jump right back up front. All right, so here we are right inside the Honda Odyssey. First up, make sure you have the key fob with you in the vehicle. From there, you're going to apply onto the brake pedal and then hit the button. And then there we go. You can take your foot off the brake. The vehicle's on and running. We'll come over here to the left-hand side of the wheel. We got your power sliding door buttons. You can open and close those. You got this little toggle switch to turn those power sliding doors on and then off. You have your powered tailgate, vehicle stability assist, or traction control. You can turn that off. Then you have your electrical park and brake. To engage your electrical park and brake, you got to push that towards the front of the vehicle. You'll see on your driver's interface screen that it's on or engaged. Now to disengage that or turn it off, you have to apply onto the brake pedal. Foot's on the brake pedal and then pull that towards you. Now you'll see it's off. Now let's say if you don't put your foot down on the brake pedal, what's going to happen? All right, it's engaged. No foot on the brake pedal. We're going to pull this back towards you. It won't let you accidentally turn that off, okay? So foot on the brake pedal once again, and now it's off. We're going to have a brake hold button. So let's say if you have your seatbelts all plugged in and you turn that on, you see this little icon right down here below to let you know your whole brakes engaged. So when I put the vehicle into drive, now it's on drive, I'm slowly letting my foot off the brake. It's holding right now. It's holding the brake, right? We're not moving at all. So when I apply onto the gas a little, it automatically releases. Now we're cruising, do a little driving. When I get to a stop, it holds the brake pedal down again. So this way I can take my foot off the brake pedals, let my leg rest a little bit, and then I'm ready to go. To simply apply onto the gas and it releases it there for you, okay? So I'm gonna put the vehicle back into park. And now I'm gonna turn that off. Now you cannot engage that feature if your seatbelt's not plugged in. Seatbelt has to be plugged in. Now we're gonna come up here to your wheel. It's a nice leather wrapped wheel. On the left-hand side is gonna be a release. You can push it in, pull it out, up and down. You get the point. Adjust as you see fit, then lock it right back in place. What I'm going to do is honk the horn here quick. 3, 2, 1. Now you know what the horn sounds like. Now we're going to have all of your Honda sensing features over here on the right hand side. So the first one's going to be your cruise control or your adaptive cruise. When you select this, you'll see an icon, one of two icons. You get this one, it's going to be our adaptive cruise control because it has a picture of a car, the speedometer with the arrows locking in place, all right? So the adaptive cruise control will actually set your distance between you and the car in front of you, okay? So it will be in sync. So for example, if you tap this button right here, it changes the lines right up there. More lines means further, less lines means closer. All right, so let's imagine you're driving down the road, you're going 45 miles an hour. Car in front of you is going 40. You have your distance set. Once a car gets in range, it will beep at you. You can turn that beep on or off. It also gives you a visual confirmation right up there too as well. Then it slows you down to maintain that distance, okay? Now, once they whoop out of the way, you resume back to your set cruise control speed, okay? So that's the adaptive cruise control. Now, if you don't like that feature, it's not a problem. All you have to do is click and hold this button down for a few seconds. Then you'll see it's gonna switch to your standard cruise because it has a speedometer and an arrow without a car in front of it, so it will not slow you down to maintain that distance. You're set to go, okay? So now you know how to switch between adaptive cruise and standard cruise, or maybe you just hold the button down a little too long and then it switches. Now you know how to switch it back. Now you're gonna have 2 for 1 right in here. You can have traffic jam assist and then lane keep assist. So those features, when you select this, you see an icon right up there to let you know it's available. Now with both of these, when they're actively working, these white icons will turn green to let you know, so a visual confirmation. Now when you're driving down the road, it finds the lines on the road with this camera right up here. So if you go out of your lane, it will alert you, and then also nudges you back, okay? So you would not be playing ping pong going back and forth. It does a pretty good job of keeping the center of your lane. But there's a certain speed requirement for this, okay? So for your traffic jam assist, it's gonna be more for your city driving between 25 to 45 miles an hour, while your lane keep assist is more for your highway driving between 45 to 90 miles an hour. All right, so if you go anything below that or above that, that feature would not be working for your lane keep assist or traffic jam assist. But keeps you in the center of your lane, make those journeys nice and comfortable. Now, of course, you need to know how to set your cruise control. You got this toggle switch right over here. As you can see, set, you just toggle down. You can adjust your speeds by toggling up and down. So those are going to be your Honda sensing features. Now you're going to have your pedal shifters. Most people don't play around with those, but once you put it in sport mode, you can play around with your paddle shifters a little more. And then you're going to have your wipers. They're going to be adjustable intermittent wipers. You can adjust how the speed and all that. You get your rear wipers, there's a little twist. So there we go. To miss, you pull it right back towards you. Then right over here, we got your auto lights. They're off, auto. Got options, fog lights on, fog lights off, turning indicators. Now we'll come right over here to the left-hand side of the wheel. We got your voice commands. So if your phone's paired up, you'd be like, hey, call Crazy Honda Chris on mobile phone, or, you know, things like that. You got your volume control for your media. You got skipping between your media options too. And then you got a little home button right here, and a little wheel action. A little wheel with the home button. So the wheel action is going to allow you to navigate through the driver's interface screen. Now to select items, you just have to push in that wheel, okay? So let's start right here with brightness. Why not? So we push in the wheel, scroll the wheel up or down. You can adjust the brightness of your driver's interface screen. Then there we go, push in the wheel, and then I'm gonna hit the home button to back out. Gauge display. You can actually remove some things up in here. So if you want to clean this up a little bit, you can. So like say if I take away speed and time, then I can hit the home button or hit the back button. So, but we're gonna have everything enabled for you guys can see it. Warnings, like if the door is open, things like that. Fuel and range. So right now you can see with a full tank of gas with based on 5 miles, okay, because it's a common question I get quite a bit. How come your range is different than mine, Christopher? That's because this is all computer generated. It learns from your driving habits and condition, okay? So right now, based on 5 miles, full tank of gas, we can do 426 miles on a full tank. Now, next time as I fill this up, it will probably be reset to a different number because, you know, summer driving, winter driving, city, highway, hot and cold, as in winter and summer. I think I already said that, but you guys get the point, all right? Now, as you're driving down the road, stuff like that, you'll see there's a little graph right here between 0 to 50. That's going to show you lifetime fuel economy. So there's a little bar graph that's going to fluctuate. There's a nice little visual coach for you. Now you see we have a A, then if I scroll down with the wheel, there's a B. There's your trip A and trip B. To reset those, you push in the wheel, go to reset, then it's done. So pretty nice and easy. We're gonna back up. We got speed and time. So if you want to get out there, you know, see how long it takes to get going, have fun with it, you good to go. Audio, if I had my music on, I can do a little playing. As you notice, as we're scrolling through this, you got a little scroll bar right over there. You can see how far you're along the list. Phone, if I have my phone paired. Navigation, got a little compass action. Seat belts. This is great when you got the kids in the back. I always have one of three say, oh yeah, I'm wearing my seatbelt, but they're not. I can see them right there. So right now I got seatbelt on. Let's see if I grab a in 3, 2, 1. It's pretty quick and responsive. Let's say if you're sitting in the driver's seat or sitting in the seat without your seatbelt on, that's what's going to look like, okay? Maintenance, anything regarding maintenance, right here, it's going to recommend it. It's going to throw it right in there for you. Tire pressure. So with the Odyssey, you are going to have a direct tire pressure, meaning it's going to show you which tire is low. And it has fill assist. So when you get it to that certain, pressure, it automatically resets itself. I do have a video that kind of goes in detail a little bit that for you guys too as well. Safety support. So if you want to turn off your road departure blind spot information or your forward collision, you can. It's a quick and easy. Now as you turn this stuff off, you'll see this little icon down here was all green. Now it's partial green and gray. If I turn everything off, it's going to be all grayed out. It's just a quick visual to let you know, hey, is everything on, off, or is partially of it on? It's just a quick little visual for you, okay? Now we're down here to no content. If I need to change miles per hour to kilometers, it's pretty quick and easy. I just push in the wheel on this one and it switches. You can see it right up there reflect accordingly. Let's change it back. And then there we go. Now we're back to brightness. Now we're going to take a moment and look at the driver's interface screen here quick. And the layout is, you can see you got your miles per hour, you got a speedometer, digital speedometer right up there, quick little visuals on your safety features. You got your drive mode. You can see that you're in normal right now. We're going to talk more about different drive modes, where the buttons at and what they do. But this is your everyday driving. 82 degrees somehow. It's beautiful out there. I'm glad I did the first half of this video yesterday to hide from the wind, because I could not hide from the wind today. We'll come right down over here. You can see once again it's 82, 5 miles on the vehicle. We're in park. Now your gas tank, we're looking at the Hershey bars. So it's a full tank. You're not looking at a little dot. So if it's a half tank, guess what? Half of those Hershey bars are gone. All right. Now you got your tachometer right over there. You can see the time right now, it's 1:05. And then this little A right over there, it's just telling you that your idle stop is off. The car has not met its requirement. So idle stop, we have a button, we're going to talk about it here soon, but with your idle stop does not always engage. The cabin temp, engine temp, other requirements have to be in play. So it does not wear itself out quite a bit. It protects itself. Now also, it depends how firmly you apply onto the brake pedal too as well. Will actually engage, determine if it engage or not. Now idle stop, forgot to mention this, is that feature that a lot of people have mixed feelings about. When you get to a stop sign or drive through or stop for a second, it shuts off the engine, and then when you take your foot off the brake, boom, the engine starts up before you apply onto the gas pedal. The whole point of that is about fuel emission awareness. That technology has been around for quite some time now. It's something new for us. Not everyone's used to it. I get it. All right, so we'll move on from that. Now we're going to come over here to the touch screen. We're at the home menu. So we got all apps. You can choose if you want to take some apps and stuff off of your touchscreen. This is the place to do it. We'll hit the back button or the home button. You can pair up multiple phones, but only one will be a priority that receives and makes the incoming and outgoing calls. Music. All right, so we got some music. Hit audio source right up there. You got some options: FM, AM, Sirius XM. You get 3 months of that for free. After that, you get to continue. That, you have to contact them for that paid subscription. USB, Bluetooth, and smartphone connection. Your smartphone connection is going to be like your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So to find radio stations, you hit tune, you type in a number. It's pretty nice and easy. You hit enter. To save them, you just click and hold, and then it saves it just like that. Volume button for on and off. You can skip between your radio stations. Sorry if the phone is shaking quite a bit as I'm recording this. Too much caffeine today and not enough food. Alright, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you guys probably know, it takes like your Google Maps, Apple Maps, and displays it right up here with other compatible apps on your touchscreen and while playing it through the vehicle, okay? So, Sirius XM. You got your trip. So instead of having a trip over here in fuel and range, as we see in a moment ago, let's just take a moment. Let the phone rest right here. Let's pull it up. So you see you got your trip. So remember how I just reset trip B? So previously it was at 6.4 for the previous. Oh, there we go. So previous and current. Current, average fuel. So you can see the three histories right up there is what I'm trying to explain to you, okay? Alright, so we got some general settings. We got vehicle settings. So this is where you're going to go to customize all of your vehicle settings. You know, like when the doors unlock with your Honda sensing features, you want all the beeps, none of the beeps, sensitivities, lights, all that good stuff. I'll have videos later on that goes more in depth, kind of like a 20-minute video explaining those to you. USB, AM, we talked about the music, software updates, clock face right here. Now, I do have a video that's going to show you how to actually take like your own photos onto a flash drive and how to export them and import them, whatever you want to call it, right up here on your clock face. So that'd be great. So I can have a photo, you know, of the kids or my favorite Honda, you know, car up there, whatever you want to put up there. It could be flowers, bugs on your clock face. So check that video out. HondaLink, and check out HondaLink.com. It gives you more information because what's compatible with HondaLink is going to vary depending on the trim and model that you're going to have. You can have a little compass right up here, so you can hit compass. You got smart shortcuts, just the car's going to learn from your habits. It's going to show you kind of cool stuff. You got your display mode, so the brightness of the touchscreen, and then you got your cabin talk. So this is great. Got the microphone right up here. So, you know, when the kids misbehave, I'd be like, hey, Zoe, knock it off back there. As you can hear me kind of echo right now. It's designed to pick up my voice as the driver and not the passenger right here. So I don't have to turn and scream at the kiddos like, knock it off there, Christopher. You know, I heard that a lot when I was growing up. So yeah, there we go. That's the touchscreen. You got the time right up here. If you need to change that time, it's pretty nice and easy. You go to time and date. You got your time zone. Double check that first, and then you can actually adjust things as you see fit from there. Okay, so pretty nice and easy. Most of the time, you just have to actually select the correct time zone. So that's the touchscreen. We'll come down here to the center console controls. We have off for your climate control and on. Auto. So when you get the temperature you want it set to, when you select auto, the car's going to do everything that's power between fan speed and all that to maintain that particular temperature. Let's play around with the fan a little bit. Oh, turn that off. So we got a tri-climate zone, so everything's synced right now. So as I play around with this, I have all the power. If I turn that off, they can play around with their own climate from there. Okay. We got different modes. So when you select the mode button, you can see that right there. Fan speed, air circulation, front defroster, rear defroster with heated side mirrors, and now this is my favorite button in the world because I can lock those kids out from back there, so when they're trying to play around with stuff, they can't play around with the climate control right over there and argue and debate about it. They get what they get and they don't throw a fit, you know. Alright, so you can turn off the climate, rear settings. Maybe I want to just fine tune that for them back there. I can just hit rear settings, and then I can adjust the temperature from there. So, alright, so we notice this is going to be a little knob or dial or toggle switch, is what it is now, but some cars it's dials and stuff, or knobs, to adjust for your temperature. That's the passengers. Drivers will come down here, heated seats, high, medium, low, and off. So front heated seats. We have hazard lights if you ever need those. Hopefully you never do, but if you do, there they are. Now the idle stop button, you cannot permanently turn this off, but every time you get into the vehicle, you can select this button right here. So now it's off. It will not engage. Okay. We have a snow mode. When you tap snow mode, it's going to change how the car is going to perform to optimize your handling in the snow environment. So you have an inch of city snow out there. Turn that on, and it's going to help keep you on the road. You're going to love it that much more. Okay. It's not like all-wheel drive. It's just going to enhance your performance for the snow environment. So it's going to help. Now, when you turn off the car and you come back in, it's still going to be in the snow mode. So it stays in the mode that you left it in. So just make sure you hit that snow button again. Hover over normal when you want to switch it back. Econ mode. Now, when you select Econ button, you get a beautiful green leaf right here. Add a little color up there and also to let you know it's on. So it's off. Now it's on. Econ mode is going to make you more highway fuel economy friendly. That's where you get the most fuel efficient, is on your highway with that on. It's going to affect the power of your AC, electrical, and acceleration power. So those really hot summer days, you got to choose. You want to be fuel efficient or you want to be comfortable, okay? You may get anywhere from 2 to 4 more miles to a gallon depending on your driving habits. You can keep it on for city. It doesn't do any additional wear and tear, but it's not that effective because you're doing a lot in stop and going traffic. That's why it's not as effective, okay? Now, let's talk about the shifters. You can see you're in park right now because it's right there. It's red. Park. Foot on the brake. Tap that bad button down to reverse. Goes from red to green. Reverse, and then you get this awesome backup camera. So it has a 3-mode camera, so you have a nice 180 view, catches a little more of your blind spot, you know, with you, more of a directly right behind you view, and then a straight down shot from your rear bumper view. So this is great when you're doing some parallel parking, backing up to, you know, a spot, you know, maybe in the garage, whatever the case might be. You can see how close you're getting, okay, because that's a straight down shot from the bumper. As you can see, that's the bumper right there. Now this button right over here is turn on your cross traffic monitoring system. So now it's on, and it's off, and now it's on. So when this is on, maybe it'll pick up this car driving by. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Nope, I'm a little too far away. But I have a video showing you that in action, of course. So when you're in reverse and a car is coming from the side, it beeps at you to alert you, hey, there's a car coming. It then also points out what direction that car is coming from. And then this button is just to adjust the brightness of your touch screen. So now we have a neutral, and then a drive, and then when you tap the drive button one more time, you have an S mode. It's going to enhance your acceleration, love more fun throttle, you know, driving, and then drive mode. Now, cool little thing I noticed with my CRV that we have at home, we have 2 CRVs, or we're on our second one. Every time we put it in S mode, the idle stop is turned off. It will not engage. Okay, so right now idle stop's available. I'm in drive. Now I'm in S. It will turn it off there for you. So just throwing that out there for you guys, as you can see that. Now we'll come right down here after we put it in park. You'll see we have a USB-C and a USB plug-in. We got a couple plug-ins. Then we have a 12-volt plug-in, a nice deep tray action, cup holders, wireless phone charger. These are nice to help maintain your battery. Okay, they're not high wattage or anything, guys. So when you put a phone on here, if this gets a little too hot, it will turn off, then it will turn back on as needed to prevent any damage. Okay, so this is a good maintainer for your battery. Now, if you want to put like metal and other stuff on your plastics, you can actually turn it off by holding this little button down, and it's no longer available or on. Okay, we'll slide this open. We got a magical bag. And then we got a cool little cubby space so I can hide all my snacks and stuff from the kiddos. Pick that up. We don't have to share an armrest. You got yours, I got mine. We're good. We're happy. There's a little nice little ratchet, so you just kind of slowly bring it up and down as you see fit, and it locks right in place. Cup holders back here for those kiddos. Now, glove box. It's going to be a lockable glove box. Pops right open. Plenty of space. Throw whatever you want in there. You're going to forget about it. I know I do. Over here, we have a nice little kersey hook. That's going to be great for garbage bags. They always create garbage back there. The kiddos do. I like the nice little two-tone kind of going on. Nice little trim work on the dash. Let's actually take a moment. I forgot to do this. Vent check. You get yours over there. Well, I guess with the screen, we're going to argue about who gets this and that. And then I got mine right here. Okay. We already talked about the vents in the back. So there's vents for all 3 rows. Light within the sun visor. A little light action. Comes all out. We're going to have an auto dimming rear view mirror with HondaLink for your garage door openers. So now, another common question, Chris, how do I link this to my garage door opener unit? It's going to vary depending on the garage door unit you have at home. So let's say, for example, let's make one up. Let's say you have a garage door 3000. It might be different from garage door 4000. Okay, I don't know. I'm just making things up right now. But you can YouTube a video, look on YouTube. If you can find something regarding your unit you have at home, it can be on an Accord, like an older Accord, or it can be on, you know, CRV. As long as it has your unit, it actually will walk you through the steps on how to hook things up to your unit, because it could be easy or it might be a 2-person job. Okay. Now we're going to have a one-touch power moonroof. You pull this button back, it's going to open and close your power moonroof. Tap it forward. You actually push that button right up and in, then it's going to tilt that too as well. And then you got this little button right here. So if I put it in the center, when I open up a door, guess what? All the lights come on. Pull it back, turns it off, pull it all the way forward, it turns them all on. Little map lights, little compensation mirror. Keep an eye on you guys, and also hide my sunglasses. Pull those out when I want to look cool in front of the kids. All right, so there it is, guys. That's going to be the 2025 Honda Odyssey EXL. Once again, if you guys found this video helpful, please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, consider subscribing, leave a comment down below. I do this on my free time when I get done with work, so that goes a long way in helping me, helping you guys, okay? All right, see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.